Okay. Good afternoon once again. I hope you can hear me very well. So the last time we did a bit about SQL, and you already know that we have different SQL. So I'll just go to what we mean by SQL. So these are our SQL workbench. So I told you that because Excel has limitation. Please, can you hear me? Can you interact with me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so I told you because Excel has limitation, so we want something that's a bit secure, that has unlimited space to store data, and which is why we found SQL. SQL store its own database in the cloud, its own data in the cloud, and you can only access this data by writing SQL query. And this SQL query, it is very, very important because big company only uses most big company uses big SQL to interact with their query. I told you a scenario that if GT Bank or a conventional bank is using SQL, is using Excel to store their database, you already understand that in few minutes all the rows will be used up. And then that's why we need a space that will be unlimited where all this data can be stored. So now, the first thing we need to do is when you log in, I think have you downloaded your my SQL workbench?
Yes.
So we've done a little bit of introduction. I don't know why you know about it. So you have to click on this. And I guess your my SQL workbench is working fine, right?
Yes.
So let me set it very well. Okay, so as you can see, we have a new I call this a new this is our workspace actually. This is where we write our query, and this is where we are expected to see our outputs, right? So
Yes.
this place is expected to see our columns header, our schema basically, and this is where we expect to see our databases. So what do we call database? So you remember when we want to save Excel, right? So basically just treat SQL like Excel. The only difference is that we are using query, SQL query to we are using SQL query to interact with this. And this one is even simpler than Excel. You just have to find it very interesting because you are literally writing English language. Now I told you earlier that you are just writing English language. So the first thing we need to do here is that we need to understand some stuff which are very, very important, right? So we call something database. So remember, when you save a file in Excel, what do you do? When you want to save a file in Excel, what do you do?
When you want to save it,
A file in Excel, what do you do?
you convert it to um Excel notebook.
Then you actually choose if you are saving it on your computer or you are choosing then if you are saving it on your desktop or you are saving it on your document, right?
Mm.
Do you remember this step? So
Yes.
basically, that's what database is. It's more like okay, where am I storing my data? So
Mm.
instead of saying Control S, because you cannot write any control here, so the first thing you need to write is I want to create where I will store my data is where the data. So if you are going to the market, I do know that carrier bag is being sold over there. So when you're going to the market, you carry your carrier bag
Mm.
and then you put all your loads there. So
Mm.
the carrier bag already is like where you store all the loads that you intend buying in the supermarket, right?
Mm.
So where you store your data is where you call database. Do you understand? So
Yes.
are you on your phone or laptop?
My phone.
Okay. So the first thing you need to do is create. We want to create our database. So we want to write create. No, I told you it's just English. What are we trying to
Mm.
do? We are trying to create a database. That is where we are storing our data. What should we call it? Practice, because we are still practicing. I mean, this is like anything. Now you can see we have two words. There are some words that are labeled in blue, and there are some words that are labeled in black. Anything that's labeled in color blue, that means it is a keyword. When I say keyword, remember when you call sum in Excel, what does it mean? SUM. If
Stop.
you write something like equals to SUM, what does it mean?
That means you are adding.
Yes, that means SUM is just English alphabet word. But then because you write equals to SUM, Excel already knows that, okay, I want to sum the following numbers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
anything that is in play, that means it has already been preformed or pre-written that or preset that, okay, it is actually a keyword that is whenever you are calling this, it should return a certain function for you.
Mm.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
when you are done with anything, any query, you need to like end it with what semicolon. Now you can run it, you can highlight it and run it with the first one. Can you see
Yes.
this flash icon? Or you can just click outside and run it with the second one. It's either you highlight it, run it with the first one, or click outside and run it with the second one. There's even a keyboard shortcut, which is you hold on to your control, then you click your enter key. So that means you can run this query in three steps. Do you
Mm.
understand?
Yes.
So now let me just choose the first one. I want to highlight, then I'm clicking on the first one. So you can go to action attributes and you can see something like one row affected, right? And you can see that you have green here. That means it is calculating so well. So now if I refresh, because I'm actually supposed to see my database here. If I
Mm.
refresh this one, can you see I see something like practice, which is what I have created here. So that
Yes.
means I want to store the data set I will be creating. I want to store it where? Under my practice. Can you see I already have a database here?
Mm.
So, but I want to store this one, the new one I'm creating. I want to store it where? Under, it's more like a folder. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yes.
So now, if you want to do something, instead of writing create a database, you can see something like this, two minus. It's just
Mm.
like writing the comments. So you
Mm.
want to write creating a database. Now, this one is not a code. I'm just trying to say, okay, this particular line of code, this is what I'm trying to do. Just like a mini documentation while
Mm.
writing my code. So you have to use, it is either you use double minus or you use this one, or you use this one. And a left, is it left? A right slant line. I don't
Mm.
know what to call it again, then asterisk. Then you finish this one with an asterisk also. Then
Mm.
that same thing. Can you see? Either you're writing your two minus or you're writing this one. So I'll be writing my two minus. So it's you actually use the second one when you are when you're creating a multiple line. So the next thing you need to do is now you can see I already have two database here.
Mm.
So now where exactly do I want to store my sorry, excuse me. So where exactly do I want to store my data? Right. So you have to use storing my data. I mean, you understand the meaning of two minus now.
Yes.
Storing my data. So I want to
So what
say,
if
okay,
you don't put the minus there?
now let's see what will happen. So if I don't put a minus and I go enter, what do you notice?
It doesn't change to blue.
Yeah, then there's a cancellation sign, meaning that okay, there is actually something wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
So once I add my guinea, can you see the cancellation sign?
Yes.
So the cancellation sign is just like a signal that okay, you're writing the wrong code.
Um,
Do you get? So now I want to use a database. Remember, what do you think we will be using? Because I want to use a database. So I'll just say use. Which one are we using here between the two of them?
Practice.
Remember, anything that's you should even ask me a question. Why is one in capital letter and why is one in small letter? Anything that should be in blue, any keyword that is in blue should be in capital letter. So practice. Then I end it with what semicolon. Use. I'm trying to use one of these. I have two line and I have to pick one.
Mm.
I have to hold. I have to pick one. So I want to pick one. I'm using use practice. Just like you are saying English. Then I can just click on this one.
Mm.
So it is saying that use practice. It's saying zero affected, right? So
Yes.
now what's the next thing?
Um.
Creating a table inside this practice kinamankwe, inside this practice database. Should be.
Mm.
You already know how to create a table now.
Yes.
So in a table, we have rows and column, right?
Uh,
Create a table. So now we want to create a table. So what do you think? I know you, maybe you don't know it, but then what do you think will be the query I will write?
you've already okay.
So
This
I've
number.
not created a
Let
table. All
me
I did
see.
here was creating a folder.
Okay.
So now I
I
want to create.
probably type rows and columns, something like that.
Now you have to write create table. Is that not what we have to write?
Mm.
Maybe I should use Excel to explain to you so you understand better.
Like you just have to write the English word of
Yeah,
what you're about to do, Abby.
yeah. It's not English word. You still have to understand it though. But then it is very easier when now remember if I'm doing something here now, right? If I'm doing something here, if I want to save this one, right? It will show me that it is saying that should choose a location. So I'll just say, okay, I want to save it on my desktop. Right? This is the folder I want to save it in, our document folder. So that's the first thing we created. That's the database. Now the
Mm.
next thing we want to create now, let's say we want to create something like ID
Mm.
name, then age. You know, I can easily write, let's say this is the column header. Maybe this one is one. Then the name should be, let's just say sheet two. Then the age should be 12. You understand something like that?
Mm.
Yeah. Let's say we want to create something very similar here. So now imagine where when I want to save this file, where would I go? I'll click on this one. Let's say this is the file, this is the folder I'm saving it
Mm.
in. Then I'll save it. Remember, these things are very important too. I don't know why it's taking so long. Let me save it. How do you save it?
Sorry, hope the sound you are hearing from me is not disturbing because I'm washing my clothes inside the.
No, 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 it's not disturbing.
Okay.
Save as. We have save as. So now let's try to save it on my documents. So it will bring that what's the file name, right? This is not new.
Mm.
Mhm. So now it's the same thing in Excel. So we want to create a table, right?
Mm.
Now, what's the name of this table? Remember, I can just say the name of this table should be book one and save it. Save it. So let's just name this one. Can you give me a suggestion? What can we name this? Very simple thing.
Probably new worksheet or something.
Let's just say SQL. Let's just name this one SQL. I've been named it SQL. So the name of this table, the name of this table will be what? SQL. Let me not name it SQL. Let's name it worksheets. Right.
Mm.
So we are not done. No, we have just created a table and this is the saving name. So now we have to under our table. Let me come to this. Under our table, it has to have ID, name, age, should be at least the column header.
Mm.
Should be. So now we will now start with the column header. We've written the first thing,
Mm-hmm.
open brackets. Um, what's the first thing? I think ID. Name. Uh, let me just use names. Then age. So now it is showing an error. So now ID.
Mm.
What's the data type here? It is a little bit complex, but you understand. What's the data type here?
The data type.
Uh, of one and two.
I don't understand the question.
The data type, is it numerical?
Yes, it's not
Is what
text. It's numbers, numerical.
can call it integer also. So you write the data type that inside this column, no, integer loma one bed, like integer will be the values there, right?
Mm.
Add
Mm.
your column. Add your comma.
Mm.
What about names? What do you think will be there?
Text.
But I told you that day that you write it in vaca. What is the meaning of vaca? Variable character. So inside these columns,
Mm.
it is a text data type. Vaca also means text data type. But vaca means that inside this column,
Mm.
the highest value should not be more than, let's say, 20 values. Let's say I'm writing names now, full names. I'm expecting that there is no way your name will be long. It was not exceed 100 words.
Mm.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I can just say 100. This is just like writing a limitation that no matter how long your name is, it
Mm.
cannot pass what 100. So, but this one, age is what integer because it is number.
Mm.
Shebi.
Yes.
Remember, I've opened a bracket here.
Mhm.
I can close it here. Eh? But then when I'm done, I will just click on okay, semicolon. So remember to add your. Now I have a what do you call it? Cancellation sign. Now I have to look at, okay, what is causing this cancellation? Remember, we have three columns here, and I know how to come out to this one. So can you see? You have to know how to debug too in SQL. Do you understand?
Mm.
So in this query, which one do you not understand? We create a table, the name of the table, then we create the columns header, then the data type of the column header, then we add a colon, we add a semicolon. Which one you
Okay.
not understand?
Now
Can I
the
run it?
this one, why do you have to like since we're opening brackets and closing it back? Why do you have to like spread it out in different
Just to let you see it better, I can write it in any way.
I mean you can continue writing it in just that hate,
Mm,
Abby.
yes, I
Oh,
can write it like this. Just to like, I don't want to bombard everything in the line.
okay, okay, okay.
That time. I can write
Mm,
it like this if there's one you want. Can you see? We still not have any error cancellation there.
mm,
Write it anywhere I want. Just that I want you to see it better. So you get. Even I can even space something like this. I can even do stitch on this. Just that you will see it better. Do you understand?
mm,
So let's run this one. So it is showing that we have positive words and it's showing that zero word affected. So now if you want to see what you have created, you
mm,
now go to, you can refresh this one. If you refresh, can you see we have something? We've created a table. Remember,
mm.
maybe we've created a table now.
Yes.
So you can go to your table here and click on this one. Can you see? You will see something like a table here. You can click on this one. Can you see this is what you have just created? Just the column header, ID, names, and age, right?
Yes. Mm.
Okay, now. So now let's try to impute value. Please, is this thing too much for you? Is it like
No,
a lot?
no, it's not a lot. It's not bad.
Okay. Let's continue. So now the next thing is inside our worksheet now.
Mm,
I want to impute values here. Remember in our Excel, we have to impute this one, age
mm,
12. So you have to impute all of those things. So what would you write? You would just write something like this in stats.
mhm.
So can you tell me why I'm writing down one in capital letter?
Because that's the action you want it to like.
That is keyword. Please
The
speak
keyword.
in, yeah, speak in my language. So inserts, I'm coming. What is the name of the database?
Hmm?
What is the name of the table?
Of the table.
Hmm,
I worksheet.
exactly. So I want to insert some values into worksheet, Abby.
Mm.
So I write worksheet. What am I inserting there? I'm
ID,
insert
names, age.
yeah, I'm inserting values. That is what I've written here is just that insert values
Mm,
into worksheets.
mm,
Shibi.
mm,
Now we have a cancellation sign here. So I'm trying to look at what's causing the error.
mm.
I don't think there's any error there. Okay. So now, what are the values? Let me open a bracket. Open a bracket. So the first one is what? ID, right? So because it is a numerical text, remember it's an integer, I'll write one. The next column is what again?
Names.
Names. So because that one is in text,
Mm,
I will quote it with quotation mark. So let's write what sheet two,
mm,
right?
yes.
So what's the next name?
Age.
H.
Integer.
So integer, that one will be like maybe 12. Let me write 12. Remember, why is it now in quotation mark?
Because it's a figure.
Okay. So because let's say I'm adding just one value,
Mm,
I just end it with what semicolon. I can highlight all of this one and click on this one first one. So it is showing me that everything is working fine. So
mm,
I can actually just go to my table again, click on this worksheet, then go to something that looks like a table here, then click on it. So you can see I already have one sheet two, sheet 12. Do you understand?
yes.
So now I can actually add as much as possible here. Let me just copy this one. So now let's try to add at least five. That's okay. So I think this is enough. So this one will be two.
Mm.
So the name, give me a suggestion of your name.
Balkis.
Ah, okay. Monkeys. Okay. So that's three.
Mm.
So what's another suggestion of your name? Um,
Ola. Something like that.
uh, what about another one?
Mm.
Um, um, cartoon.
Mhm.
We have Elizabeth.
Frank.
Frank. We have Frank.
Mm.
That will be seven, right?
Yes.
We have one last one.
Sha-
I'll say
Shadi.
Shadi. So now age. Let us say 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19. So now the showing that there is a cancellation sign. What do you think will be the what do you think? How can we debug the thing? How can we remove the cancellation sign? That means there is an error. If I try to run this thing now, on my return error, it will return an error. So it is showing that see the message showing that you have an error in your SQL syntax. Can you see? So there's
Mm.
an tell me what's the error?
Oh.
Look at where this stuff is. That means it is on the second line. That means the problem is originating in the first line. What is the problem with the first line? There is no comma now. Maybe it is multiple rows.
Oh.
So you have to know this little stuff. Oh. So I have to add because it is a multiple rows. So I have to add comma. And this is when I'm adding the comma, the cancellation sign keeps jumping down.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Now to the last one. What do you think I will add? Comma
Comma.
also.
Yes.
To the last row.
Mm.
No, no, that's the end of the query. You had a
Oh, it
semicolon.
is. Yeah, that's the last one.
No. So if I had this one now,
Mm.
so can you see this working now? So to see this thing, I can click on this one and I can see everything that I've imputed here. Is that
Mm.
right? Should I
Yes.
go back again or you understand everything?
Yes.
You understand?
You said this one is the last one. So we're adding a quotation mark instead of comma to it, Abby.
Which one?
The last one, this 23. Shade.
Yeah, you said we are adding what? Semicolon instead of comma.
Darling, yes.
Yeah, because the last query.
Okay.
Um, okay. So now you want I want you will tell me something. So let me
Mm.
open a sheet. So now I want to use the store database. So how do I use it?
Store
You are
data.
the, yes, you are the one telling me. You know, we
So,
have practice. We have been using practice database since. I want to
mm,
now use Excel database. So how do I use it?
mm,
What will be the first line of code?
create.
No, I've already created the database. The database is already stored. I'm trying to use it. What will be the first thing?
Um,
What is
insert
it? No, no, that will be use. What are we
okay
doing? We are using what?
the
We are
date.
using. We are using. Let me enlarge it so you can see it better. What are we using? We are using store now, Abby.
Mm.
No. And once you are done, what do you do?
You
You
wait.
add a
Are you not
semicolon.
putting this thing at the apostrophe at the end?
This one.
Yes.
I'm trying to ask you that at the end, what are you adding? And you've
Okay.
not answered. So I can just click on this one. So it is showing that it is now working. So
Mm.
now the next thing that we want to do is we want to create another table. There is
Mm.
one table actually, if you look at it, if you look at this thing, there's actually a table there. But I want to create another table. So how do I create a table? What will be the query that I will write?
We are creating another create
Now create. What are we creating?
table.
Table. What's the name of our table? Can just give
What?
it a no, give it any name, give it another name.
Um. How many can I give it?
Let me just give it dollars. Okay. So what's the next thing? What are the columns header?
Uh, age, ID, and name.
So you have to start with an open brackets. I
Yes.
told you about this thing. Open brackets,
Um,
age what? ID and what?
ID and names.
So age, what is
Mm.
the type of age?
15 to something.
Like what is that type?
Okay. Integer.
What about ID?
ID. Um,
Integer also now.
integer also.
What about names?
Names. Voucher.
Yeah. So let's do text. So remember we've opened one bracket here.
Mm.
This is the first column. So you have to add it a first column here. Have
Mm.
yes, first comma here. Then this one another comma. Then
Mm.
this one, close the bracket that you have opened in this one.
Mm.
Close it. Then end the query. Then
Mm.
run it. So it is showing that it's running. So if you look at this one again, if I refresh,
Mm.
that means you put $2 here. You have to
Yes.
do you understand now? So now
Yes.
let's we want to insert values inside our table. What do you do?
You type insert.
You can just look at it here.
Yes.
Remember, this is what you have created.
Mm.
So now what do we do?
Insert.
Insert what?
Dollar.
No, no, insert
Okay.
into what? Into dollar. Okay. I'm waiting for you. What are we inserting into dollar?
Um.
Values now.
Okay.
So this one will be values. So what are the values?
ID.
ID. Okay, continue.
Names and age.
Oh no. Values are be open bracket. What are ID are be? So that
Mm.
one will be one. Names are be what name do we use? Let's use that name.
Mm.
And what's
Um. Probably Balkis.
no now. Age.
Age.
It is following this skinny now.
Okay. ID.
This is supposed to be this is supposed to be
Please
ID
give
set.
me. Please give me 5 minutes. I'm coming.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Let's continue. Sorry. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, hey, I'm doing on the internet.
Huh?
Okay, are you there with me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now we are following. Remember, you are the one that did it up to this step.
Mm.
So now we are following this particular order. What was the first one? Age. So we have to insert it like that. Age is the first one. So what will be the first one? Age. Let's say 15. What's the next one? ID.
ID.
This one will be ID. So what's the last one?
Names.
So this one will be in quotation mark, right? So
Mm.
let's just say, right. So what
Mm.
will be the another one? Let's say 14. So this one can be 2. This one can be 2. So can you tell me why there's a cancellation sign here?
Mm. Okay. I think um you didn't
Okay,
put comma at the
let's start
back.
like this. How many rows will be in this data set?
Three.
What's the first one?
The age.
No, these are column header.
Mhm.
How many rows will be in this data set?
Mm.
It's just two now. Actually, these are the two values that want to enter. So the first one, because it's a multi-row, so you have to
Mm.
add, and this last one. Am I adding comma also here?
No.
What am I adding?
Semicolon.
Exactly. So then you highlight all of this one. Let's run it. So now if you look at this dollar, the one we've created, if
Mm,
you click on this dollar now,
mm,
so can you see what you have created?
mm.
Do you understand now? It's just a two stuff. Do you understand that now? Is it too much?
No, no, I understand.
So now remember something. Whenever we click on this retail and we click on this thing, it will actually write something like select dash, select star asterisk from store dot dollar. So what does that mean? So it means that is the next thing we are going. So to select your file, so you got something like select, right?
Mm.
Let me just don't worry. Let's go to the one we just created now. So select. What are we selecting?
What are you talking to me? No, Papa said it's written. Papa said it's written. I'm in a class. I'm coming. Bring it. Bring the other one. I'm
Allow
out.
it.
Come back for it. Please, I'm coming.
Okay, no problem.
Take. Hey, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So now we want to do something. Select star from.
Mm,
So remember, we want to select from this table. So I'll just say this is a database.
mm,
This store is a database. I don't know if you understand, sure. But let me try my best. So I'll write something like store dot dollar. So now let me explain what I'm trying to write. This store is the database. It is this dollar is a table, right?
mm,
We store the dollar inside this store database, right?
mm,
So that we are now saying that select all the columns. Asterisk means all the columns under um select all the columns under dollar table that we stored in store database. Do you
mm,
understand? So
mm,
then add semicolon. If I run this one now, can you see?
mm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Is it too much? Can you see I'm going very nice and easy?
Mm.
So
Please, can you take it back from that select?
select right. So
Mm,
whenever you now look at this, you understand it better now. Look at this, we have three columns here, right?
mm,
So now I can easily say I only want to see, instead of seeing all the three columns, I only want to see like only ID. Remember, sometimes you have a data set that we have like 20 columns.
mm,
She and you're only focused on maybe let's say two or three. But in
okay.
this case, because this is like a dummy data set, this is like what we created. So
Mm,
I want let's say I only want to see this ID. So I'll
mm.
just say select ID.
When I'm
Is
done now, please continue.
select this ID inside this table. What's the name of this table?
She too.
Dollar now. The name of this table.
Mm,
The name of the table is dollar. Can you see? The name of the table is dollar. So and we store that dollar under what store database. Can you see? Wait, what do we call database? We have two databases here. We have store database and we have what practice database, right?
mm,
So now under there is a drop down here. You can see under this table we have two tables. We have dollar table and we have retail table. So if I click on, I'm not saying that dollar table that is under store database, select only ID there. That is return only the ID here. So if I should run this one now, can you see only ID is returning? Do you understand?
mm,
So if I write something like names, so can you see names only is returning?
mm.
If I Then like what do you call it? Age.
Mm.
So can you see only age colon is coming. So instead of writing them one by one, I can just say I want to see everything. Then I'll replace everything with asterisk. Then I'll control enter, which is like the shortcuts. So you can see I can see everything here. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, you do right.
Yes.
So now let's go back to where the one we were using. So remember we did something like this. So now the name of this table is worksheets. So now I want to see all of this value. What would be the select value that I write? Tell me.
You want to select from 1 to 8, Abby?
Yes, 1 to 8, everything. I want to see everything in this worksheets.
Is it dollar?
No, the name is not dollar now. I'm now in practice, the one we created before we created dollar.
The first one.
Yeah, that's under practice. That
And that
ends.
means you select practice.
What do you say?
Practice.
It will be select. What are we selecting?
Practice.
No, now we are selecting the table. What is the name of the table?
Worksheet.
Mm-hmm. One. Where are we selecting it? In a data set. Where is the data set stored? Where is it stored?
Mm, what? Okay. I'm going.
Ah, sorry. Select asterisk. Clear code. Select asterisk
Mm,
from what? From practice. That's the name of the database.
mm,
Practice dot. What's the name of the table? Worksheets.
worksheet.
Now that I'm done, I will end it with what? Semicolon. Right?
Mm,
Control. That's my shortcut. Can you see?
mm.
So now let's say I only want to see the name with double S. What do I do? I'll cancel this after you can do something like name with double S. Then run it. Control enter. So
Mm.
can you see I can see only the names here.
Yes.
So
Mm,
let's say I want to see name and age. I'll do something like this. Then run it. So can you see names and age is showing.
mm,
So
yes.
what else? Do you have any questions so far?
Mm. No.
Okay. Okay. So okay, let's do something. So now we have all this table. So now remember, I only want to see, let's say I'm trying to this particular stuff is about
Mm,
election. So I'm expecting that people below the age of 18 should not vote,
mm,
right? Like I
mm,
want to filter basically. So I'll
mm,
say I want to see select. Now we're already entering Kenya.
mm.
Select everything. I want to see all the columns. What's the name of our table?
Um, worksheet.
Yes, you can just say practice or worksheet. So when I call it, you just say practice dot worksheet. So select start from. So now, because I only want to see for you to if this is a election stuff, for you to be eligible to vote, that means you must be more than 18 years, right?
Mm.
So I can see where age is greater than 17. If you are greater than 17, then you'll be what? Eh?
Adults. Abi, you'll be able to vote.
You'll be 18, then you'll be able to vote. So
Mm,
now I can just remember only Frank and Shadi are greater than 18. Are
mm,
18 are greater than 18. If I run this one now, so you can see it is only returning Frank and Shadi. Do you
mm.
understand? So if
Yes.
I write something like this, so what do you think?
Less than
So
it
it
will
is
bring
giving,
up those people that are less that can't vote that they are less than
so can you see? Do you understand that?
Yes.
So now let's arrange it alphabetically. I mean, you understand why I'm using two minus.
Mm.
Why?
Because that's the first this thing. I mean the
Select.
arrange.
So select. Now I want to arrange them alphabetically. So if you look at something like this, you can see S S before F. I actually don't want that. I want to see them in arranging order. Do you get?
Mm.
So now what I will do is that I will do something like call select. I want to see everything from what's the table name? Worksheets. No, that will be the first name. Practice dot worksheets.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
So the ordering. So I'll say something like order by what? What do we want to arrange alphabetically? We want to arrange these names with double
Name.
S. So I'll write name with double S. So we have two ways. It's either you are ascending, you are arranging ascendingly, or you are arranging descendingly. So let's arrange ascendingly. So that will be ASC. If you are arranging descendingly, that will be what? DES.
Yeah.
Do you get? So
Mm.
now let's round this off and let's try to run it. So look at this one now. Because it is DESC, you can see from B to S. So if I write something like A, okay, there's a mistake. Okay, this is okay now. Okay, can you see B to S? Can you see?
Mm.
No problem. So now what have we done? We've done where clause, we've done order by clause. Do you understand that?
Mm. So what if now you are arranging probably like year now? You want the year to be
So
in
you just say,
ascending order.
you just say, let's say I want the age to be in ascending column now, right?
Mm.
So you just say order by what would we want? I want the age. So you can
Mm.
see 14, 16. But because we say ascending, you expect the smallest one from 12 to what? 8, 19. So if
Mm.
I should find this one, so can you see 12 to 19?
Mm.
You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So now one last one for today because I actually don't want to jump back and there is no light. Also, I also have the second class with your friend. So want to review. So now let's say what are we trying to do? We are trying to now these are all our data sets from ID1 to ID8, right?
Mm.
So now let's say I only want to see the top 5 people that have highest age. So I'll
Mm.
say select everything from practice worker. That's so in this case I will write something called so I can even write something like this. Sorry. So you understand better. I know how to keep writing. So select everything from practice order. So let's say this is the sending.
Mm.
This is the sending, right?
Mm. Yes.
So you can see we have from 19 to 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I can say I want to see the top 2 highest age. So that will be Shadi and Frank. So that will be what will the right limit to. So then run it, control enter. So can
Mm.
you see? Okay, you know what? I will
So
continue from here tomorrow.
ask
What's the
you
question?
this one now. This SQL now compared to Excel, what's the I mean, what's the usefulness of this one? Probably you are giving a data to work on. This particular one now. I mean, even if we use Excel, we can achieve the same thing. So I mean, which one is why do we have to like do this one? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand. I've told you several times that Excel has a limitation.
Okay.
Company are moving big. Now imagine you apply for a data analysis role and they
Mm.
say You don't even need Excel and Power BI. All you
Mm,
need is Excel. As I've told you earlier,
mm,
when you are doing your data, when you're actually a data analyst too, or you are in your data analyst role, you
mm,
not actually be using the three tools. You not be using Power BI, Excel, and SQL. It is
mm,
either you are using one or you are using at least two.
mm,
Do you get? I cannot use the four. So it is just better you learn all the four. Do you understand? What you
mm,
are using SQL is majorly used for data analysis. That is analyzing the data. Don't worry,
mm,
we still get it, but it is majorly used for analysis of data. Do you
mm.
get?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Do you have any question? Any else question? Have any question?
Mm-mm.
So we'll meet tomorrow. I will
Uh,
send the recording to you. Please try to watch it, please. You can see that there is a whole lot of things today. We create a table, we insert value to it. We talked about database, we talked about how to use the set database, we talked about limits, we talked about order by, we talked about whereby, where, we talked about us. We talked about a lot of things. Please try to watch it at your leisure. Do you get?
I'll watch it.
Okay, no problem at all. See you. Have a good day.
All right.
Only issue.